Hello everybody, welcome you all at Learning is Fun with Prajnaparamita. Today I am going to tell you an interesting facts about the English verbs which are used not as a verb always, which are used just like an adjective, noun or adverb in different sentences. Sometimes English verbs with ing can be used not as a verb. It may be a noun, adjective or an adverb which is often known as gerund and participle. In this video lesson, I am going to tell you how to recognize gerund and participle and how to use them correctly in different sentences. So stay with me till the end. Here, ing forms we use sometimes smoking, walking, etc. not only as a verb. They can be acts like an adjective, adverbs or noun. When we are talking about you are smoking too much this day, here you find be verb, main verb with ing, and here smoking is used as a main verb and it is an example of present progressive tense. But if I say there was a smoking cigarette end at the ashtray, here the smoking, this word is not used as a verb. Because why? Because it describes the cigarette end, so it is acts like an adjective. Similarly, if I say smoking is bad for you, here also the verb smoking with ing not used as a verb. It is an example of noun or its function as a noun. And if we say that she walked out of the room smoking, here smoking is similar to an adverb. This is the thing I am going to tell you in this video lesson. Here, when ing forms are used as verb, adjective, adverbs, they are often called participles. And when they are used more like nouns, they are often called gerund. This is the prime thing you have to know. That is, when verbs are used like verb, adjectives or adverbs, they are called participle. But if the verb with ing used like a noun, it is called a gerund. So let's see the examples now. John has become very boring. Here the word boring describe whom? John. So it is an example of adjective, verbal adjective or participle. Similarly, I watched the match because I knew some of the people playing. Here also playing and people describing the word or noun people. So it is an example, again an adjective. And I hate packing. Here you find packing. It is not a verb but it is a noun because this is an object and it is used as a noun. So it is an example of gerund. Similarly, my favorite activity is reading. Here reading is also used as a noun. So it is an example of gerund. Now, there is the difference between gerund and participle. Here, I took a word that is a verb that is boil. When it is a gerund, you can find verb with ing boiling. Here, boiling, the water is essential. Here, boiling acts as a noun, not as a verb. But here, you find pass the boiling water. Here, boiling is used as an adjective, not as a noun. So, it is an example of participle. And here there is an interesting point. Participles are of two types. It may be a present participle or a past participle, that is verb with ing or verb with ed or en form. So here the past, the boiled water, again an example of participle and it is a verbal adjective and it is a past participle use. So now, how do we understand or how do we find gerund? Here I try to give you a brief summary of that thing, and after that I am going to elaborate, discussed with all these things together. Here, gerund sometimes used as a subject of a verb, that is running is good way to explore. Here you find running is a gerund because it is a noun and it is a subject of course, and verb is. As the object of a verb, he likes running. Here likes is a verb and gerund is used as an object and running is a object. As the object of a preposition, that is I am thinking of running. Here also of is a preposition and running is a gerund and it is a object of preposition. And here as a subject complement, my favorite hobby is running. Here also running, what is my favorite hobby, that is running, it is a subject complement. Now let's see elaborately. Here, gerund or verbal noun can be used as a subject, object or complement. For example, smoking is bad for you. Here it is a subject. I hate packing. Here it is an object. But my favorite activity is reading. Here gerund is used or verbal noun is used as a subject complement. Now, ing forms used like noun with its own object. For example, I hate packing suitcase. Here, the name of the activity, that is packing, and its object is suitcase. And here determiners and possessive with ing form. This is another examples and another area you can find the use of gerunds. What are they? We can use determiners like the, my and these with ing form. Those who didn't know anything about determiners or wish to know about determiners, please do watch my video about the determiners, English determiners. I will provide the link in the description box below. Here, and with the possessive forms are also possibles. Here, the opening of parliament, here you find the is a determiner and opening is a gerund. Another thing, she was angry at Linus trying to lie to her. Here you find the possessive is Linus and trying is a use of gerund. Now, possessive and pronoun are not used before ing if it is already clear who is being talked about. Here there is an important and vital thing you have to know. Here, thank you for waiting. But you never say thank you for your waiting. This is not correct, because why? Then possessive and pronoun are not used before ing form, where whom are you talked about is clearly stated. Here whom you are going to talk or whom you are thanking, thanks or paying thanks or giving thanks is clearly stated here. So you do not use thank you for your waiting. Before the gerund you do not use the possessives. Now, ing forms like nouns after verb. After some verb, we can use an ing form. For example, I enjoy traveling, but we never say I enjoy to travel. Or he has finished mending the car, but you never say he has finished to mend the car. And he has given up smoking, but you never say he has given up to smoke. Or the doctor suggested taking a long holiday. Here the doctor suggested me to take a long holiday is a faulty constructions. Now, ing form used like nouns after verb. Some common verbs that are followed by ing form. What are they? They are admit, dislike, give up, endure, enjoy, avoid, deserve, tell, imagine, etc. They are always followed by an ing verb form. For example, I dislike people telling me what to think. Or I can't imagine him walking in an office, or I don't think his article deserve reading. Here you find all these verbs followed by the ing verb or ing form, and they are used like a noun. Now, ing forms used like a noun, and they can used with adjectives or noun after noun or adjective. That is noun and adjective plus ing form. How do you find them? Some nouns and adjective can be followed by ing forms. A preposition is normally used to connect that noun and adjective to the ing forms of verb. Let's see the examples now. Uh, I hate the idea of getting old. Here you find idea and getting old. Here there is a preposition, but you never use the idea to get old. This is not a correct choice of sentence. And another thing is that I am tired of listening to this, but you never say I am tired to listen to this. This is not a correct use. She is very good at solving problem, but you never say she is very good to solve problem. This is not the correct choice of sentence. Now, ing forms used like nouns after preposition. That is, you can't make an omelette without breaking eggs. Here you find the without is a preposition and the ing form used after that preposition. And you don't say without to break eggs. You never write like this, because after preposition you have to use ing form of verb, and it is used like a noun, not as an adjective or adverb. Another example is that always check the oil before starting the car. Here you also look at the use of preposition and the verb before to start the car. This is not a correct choice or correct thing. I look forward to hearing from you, but you never say I look forward to hear from you. He is talking about moving the country, but you don't say he is talking about to move the country. In all these sentences, the prime thing is that you have to use ing verb form, and which is used like noun before another noun, and it is after a preposition. Now come to the another important thing, that is a participle. Participle can be used ing and ed form, as I have told you earlier. What is that? She was crying when I saw her. Here you find ing form ing form is used and the be verb is there. It is also a present progressive participle. It was broken in the stall. Or the now look at the use where we use that thing. Sometimes we use participle as a verb form. What are that? We used be or have to make progressive, perfective or passive. So in all that cases you have to use participle form, either ing form or ed form. Let's see the example. It was raining when I got home. Here, this is an example of present progressive, past progressive. I have gotten your name. This is a perfect. You will be told as soon as possible. Here, this is a passive construction. So, in all these cases, participle can be used as a verb. Now, look at the example where participle can be used as ing and ed form, that is used as an adjective. This is a vital thing. Participle can be used like an adjective. For example, I love the noise of falling rain. John has become very boring. The house looked abandoned. Look at the examples here. Here you find falling, that means verbal ing, but it is used not like a noun but like an adjective, because rain is a noun and describe that noun, that is falling rain. Here also John has become very boring. Here boring, the word with ing, describe the character of John or the nature of John. The house looked abandoned. Here ed form, that is the example of participle, also used to describe the house. So all these cases you find the adjectival use or participle use as an adjective. Now, participle can be used like an adverb. For example, he ran screaming out of the room. Here, screaming, that describe, ran screaming, describe the verb or verbal activity. So it is an adverb, not an adjective. Now, participle can be used in clauses also. Participle can be combined with other word into clause-like structure. For example, having lost all money, I went home. Who is the fat man sitting in the corner? Rejected by all his friends, he decided to become a monk. In all these examples, you find participle can be combined with other word to form a clause-like structure. Now let's see the interesting and the difficult part of the participle. Sometimes you find ing verb form, they are used, as I told you earlier, as a noun and as an adjective. So how can we, or how do we recognize the use of participle as a noun, use of verbal ing as a participle and as a noun? So used as adjective before noun or after verb or other copular verb. An interesting book, that is the before noun you find the interest with ing, that is interesting verbal adjective or participle. A falling leaf, here also before noun you find the adjective the use of as an adjective the verbal noun, a verbal ing, sorry. His idea seems exciting. Here also you find exciting, the word is used just like an adjective. Now, an ing form with an object can be used as an adjective. For example, you find English speaking Canadians, but you never say speaking English Canadian. This is not the correct thing. Another thing is that other compound structure with participles are also common before noun. That is, quick growing trees, or in this example, what do you see here? Quick growing trees, and before noun you find the growing, that is verbal adjective or verb with ing form. Now, when we use participle after noun in order to define or identify, this is another use of verbal noun, verbal adjective, the verbal ing form, and that is participle can be used after a noun in order to define or describe something. For example, I watched the match because I knew some of the people. Here describing people playing. So this word playing is used as an adjective and it is used after noun pupil, but in that case you may not write the playing pupil. This is not the correct choice, because you need not write the verbal adjective or verbal ing form before this noun. So I hope you understand all these things very clearly. If you have any problem regarding gerund and participle or verbal ing, please do comment in the comment section. I will definitely answer them. So no more today. Thank you for listening and bye bye.